What if I told you that reality, everything you see, hear, and experience isn't actually real? In 2022, the Nobel Prize in Physics was awarded to 3 scientists for proving something that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie. The universe is not locally real. This discovery shook the foundations of physics and even proved Einstein wrong, but what does that actually mean? And why should you care? Stick around because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see reality forever. To understand this groundbreaking discovery, we need to go back to a fundamental debate in physics that started almost a century ago. There were 2 competing views. Einstein's view: the universe is real. Particles, atoms, and electrons have definite properties that exist whether or not we're looking at them. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, it still makes a sound. The opposing view, led by Bohr: particles don't decide on their properties until they're observed. They exist in a superposition of all possible states until a measurement forces them to choose. It sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you that modern physics has proven Einstein wrong? Einstein wasn't happy with this idea. He and 2 colleagues, Podolsky and Rosen, proposed a thought experiment in 1935, now called the EPR paradox. Here's how it works. Imagine a particle suddenly splits into 2 smaller particles that shoot off in opposite directions. If you measure one and find it spinning a certain way, the other one must instantly take on the opposite spin to conserve momentum. The problem? According to quantum mechanics, these particles don't choose their spins until you measure one of them. If that's true, the first particle would have to communicate with the second particle faster than the speed of light. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance and believed it was impossible. Instead, he argued there must be hidden variables, something we just didn't understand yet, that determine the outcomes in advance. And for nearly 30 years, nobody could prove him wrong. Until a physicist named John Bell changed everything. In 1964, an Irish physicist named John Bell came up with a way to test whether Einstein's hidden variables existed. His work, now known as Bell's theorem, showed that if the universe was truly real in the way Einstein imagined, then certain patterns in quantum experiments should never happen. But if Bohr's quantum view was correct, we would see patterns that implied particles were somehow connected, even across vast distances. At first, Bell's work was just theoretical, but then, in 1972, physicist John Clauser performed the first real experiment to test it, and the results were shocking. Clauser and his team set up an experiment with 2 entangled photons, tiny particles of light, sending them in opposite directions. Each photon's polarization was measured using special detectors. According to Einstein's view, the photon's properties should have been determined the moment they were created. But that's not what happened. Instead, the results perfectly matched quantum mechanics predictions. The 2 particles seemed to communicate instantly, proving that Einstein's hidden variables didn't exist. This meant that the universe was not locally real. Over the years, other physicists, including Alain Aspect and Anton Zeilinger, closed loopholes in these experiments, confirming beyond a doubt that quantum mechanics was right. In 2022, Clauser, Aspect, and Zeilinger were awarded the Nobel Prize for their work. So what does this mean for you and me? Well, this discovery isn't just theoretical, it has huge implications. It's the foundation for technologies like quantum computing and quantum teleportation. And while it doesn't allow us to send messages faster than light, no instant intergalactic text yet, it does mean that the universe is way weirder than we ever imagined. So, what do you think? Does this discovery blow your mind? Do you believe reality is an illusion? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to dive deeper into the mysteries of the universe, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-bending content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.